Good day, mate. I'm going to discuss a game I just played against Masoudjerard in Lichess.org. It is a rapid rated game, 10 minutes plus 3 seconds increment. And in this game, I was playing as black, and Masoudjerard was playing as white. And let's just see the computer analysis of advantage. White actually has maintained a lot of advantage in the game, but because of, and I don't believe that I take a lot of material advantage more than white. I think white actually maintained a good advantage for white, but because of the position, all of a sudden black has a lot of advantages in the game. And let's just have a look here how actually a game can turn over the table, or can go against the person who has more material, because the person has a weak position. And let's just discuss here quickly. So it is e4 and then e6. d4 is a French defense, b6, and f3, bishop b7, bishop d3, and then bishop b4 checking, just to annoy white before it's castling. Now white has to cover the check, or move the king, or do a cover, which is c3. Bishop goes back to e7. Now the idea here is actually to make sure that the pawn structure is a bit messed, so the knight cannot go out easily here, but has to go here or something like that. In case there's a queenside attack, it will be annoying for white in case white is actually planning to move its knight and to develop and to move in the queenside, or to move the knight there. This pawn is actually blocking the knight. Bishop goes to f4 there. c5 was moved just to challenge the center of white, and in case this pawn takes, then my bishop will this bishop will take back, and then there will be a pressure to this diagonal. Knight at b goes to d2, c takes d4, c takes d4, and there is an open file, which is the c file, which will be used to attack white later. Knight goes to c6 there, which is a good move, I think, because it's developing. Castling kingside finally. Knight goes to f6 first before castling. a3, not really sure why a3 is moved there. Castling kingside. Bishop goes to g3, probably just to go back. I'm not really sure what the idea of, but yeah, let's just have it. The bishop is actually cornered there. I just move my knight to h5. So this bishop has virtually nowhere to go. I mean, it will be taken if it goes anywhere here. d5, just an attack to the knight here. I move my knight back to b8, and then d6. I just move my bishop, go to f6, and of course e5. I move my bishop to g5, just to provoke this knight to take bishop there, which happens in the game. And after that, queen takes g5, pressuring the g2 pawn by an attack by the bishop and also the queen at the same time. And of course, the idea is actually to focus on the king side earlier, so the queen will not interfere by moving here and then trying to attack h7 first. Now queen c2. I suppose the idea is actually to do this battery to take h7, but of course if it's h7, sorry, if it's the bishop is at the front of the queen, then the attack will not be as deadly as if the queen is actually at the front of the bishop. So I don't really mind having a pawn lost. So I just ignore the attack of the battery. Knight takes g6, g3, sorry, and then f takes g3. And now this pawn is hanging. Knight goes to c6 just to, sort of build up. I suppose I want to utilize the c open file. I'll move my rook here and then try to attack the queen and then gain a strong attack there. Finally, bishop takes h7. I just ignore it by king h8. It's not that deadly, I suppose. And as you can see here, white has advantage, and I believe it's quite strong for white in materially, but I think it's fine for me. Now, knight goes to e4 here is actually the first downfall of white. I suppose it's not an accurate move. As you can see here, white is actually quite strong. It's got more material than me, but because of the move that it has done and the strong conceived attack of black, white has to play very accurately to be able to utilize the game or win the game. At the moment, it's not really strong. For white, it's not really having a focus attack, whereas black is quite strong. So knight e4 is actually deemed as a blunder, even though it's not really a blunder, it's just an attacking move. But believe it or not, it's actually determining the winning or the losing of the game, because at this moment black is actually attacking. So let's just have a look here. Queen e3 check. It's a blunder. It's not the strongest attack, but it's still strong. And king h1 was moved by white. Rook at a goes to c8, and then knight f6. Of course, is a blunder. I'm not sure why it's moved. I just g takes f6. I suppose it tries to sort of open up position or something like that, but not accurately. E takes f6. Knight e5 is liberating the bishop to take this pawn, and also at the same time probably will move the knight to the square to attack this pawn, or even can move here later, or any other variation. Queen a4 is an interesting move. It is attacking this pawn at the same time. The idea, I suppose, is the more dangerous one is actually this, which is moving the queen to h4, which I believe is one of the most dangerous ones. So that's why I sort of block. Sorry, I move my queen to e2 first with the immediate threat of checkmating white by double attacking this pawn, and now white has to defend that pawn. Rook g1 was not the strongest defense, because it is basically inviting me to do the next move, which is knight goes to g4, and the idea of this is actually to put my knight there to do a smoother mate. How do you say that? Smoother mate. H3 was moved to liberate the king, I suppose. But of course, knight f2 was done just to sort of attack the king, and the king has only one square to move, which is king h2. Now I don't want the queen to go here and then sort of have an immediate threat of discover check. So what I did was I moved my queen to h5. So in case the queen moves here, I take the bishop first. Now this is the crucial moment actually for white. What should it do? It is actually strongly advised for white to move back the bishop because it's being targeted. But what happened was queen takes d7 was done, and I believe it's the worst mistake because even though I understand it's attacking the bishop here, which is trying to focus there, but black has a very strong mate in 2, which is firstly moving the knight here to g4 check, and pawn cannot take because it's being pinned by the queen, and of course king has to go back to h1, and believe it or not, queen takes h3 is a checkmate because pawn cannot take since it's pinned by the bishop here. So that's the end of the game, and I suppose it's very nice to play with you, masoudjerard, and I'll see you later.